Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coding with Boom. I am Boom Shaka. So today we're going to be checking out the programming language C Sharp. C Sharp is a very versatile language, object-oriented language. Um, it's really good for creating video games, programs, just all kinds of different things. It's widely used. So today we're going to be creating a little mini video game ourselves. It's a number guessing or a random number guessing game. Um, it's pretty fun. It's simple. Great for beginners. Can be done in like 10 steps. Uh, so let's get started on it. So first thing we're going to need is a development environment. So I've got a couple here, good ones. Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code is really good. Basically runs everywhere. You can download it for Mac OS, Windows, Linux, all kinds of different ones. It's a really great one to use. It's got a lot of extensions built into it. You've also got the W3 Schools Try It editor. I like it. It's kind of fun. It's got the little Hello World built in. It's very simple to use. It's got a clean interface. But my favorite is the Program is. So this is basically a little replica off of Visual Studio Code, but it's all online, so you don't have to download anything. So it's its own little compiler built online. So we'll go ahead and mono world. I don't know what that's for. Alright, we'll go ahead and delete that out. And we'll go ahead and start our code now. So now that we've got our environment, we're going to go to step 2. We're going to create or define the namespace and the class. Our namespace is just going to be default. It's going to be using system. Alright, and then we're going to use class program. So the system is basically what it's a library basically. It allows us to use internal commands like write line and read line and things like that. So that's why we're using it. The class, it can be called anything, but it's a program. I'm just going to call it a program. Alright, so after that, we're going to go ahead and do our function, or our main method, which is a function, but that's what we're going to do next. So we'll go ahead and start our opening brackets, our curly brackets. So in C# we got different brackets. Square brackets are going to be used for arrays. Round brackets are going to be used for methods, and curly brackets are going to be used to set scopes. So we are using a curly bracket to start off with. So we'll hit enter, and then we're going to call our main method. So static void main, and then string, and then put that in there for the array. Arg, and that's it. So we've called our main method. So next we're going to declare our variables. Variables will allow us to store the random number, the user's input, whether it's right or not. That's going to allow us to store things basically. So let's go ahead and write it in. We'll need another bracket for it, and then we'll type in random no, equals to random dot next. Okay, so we're gonna search for a random number 1 through 51. So the reason why we're doing 51 is simply because C# is zero-based index, which means it starts at 0. So if we put 1 and 50 in, the most the user could input is 49. Or no, the most that the random number can generate is 49 instead of 50. Alright, hopefully that makes sense. So this is going to generate a random number between 1 and 50. Okay. So what the little slashes do, the forward slashes, is allows you to put in comments on the line. That way it's easier to go back and read and figure out which line does what. So those are pretty handy to have. Next thing we're going to put in is oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a step here. So let's put a random back in. Random equals new random. I'm sorry about that. There we go. And now the int. This is creating the int. Int random number equals random.next 1 to 51. Alright. So that makes more sense now. I was looking at it like, that don't look right. Sorry about that. Alright, so now we're going to add in our guess count. So this is what's going to keep track of how many guesses have taken place in the code or in the program. And then we'll add a Boolean statement, and that's whether or not the guess has been guessed correctly. So it will stay false until the program tells it it is true, until the correct guess has been made. All right. And so after those, we're going to start a it's going to be a like a welcome message, basically. So in order to write a welcome message or to write anything into the to the user, you're going to write console.writeLine. So console.writeLine is pulled from the system, of course, and we're going to write welcome to the greatest guessing game ever. There we go. I like it. Alright, so we've got that in. Now we'll write another thing here, asking the user to choose a number, basically. So guess a number between 1 through 50, or 1 and 50. Sweet. Alright, so we've got that now, and I did not put an E there. Oop, fixed. That could have created a problem. So now we are going to write a game loop, basically. So while guessed correctly, we will write or ask the user their input now. So console write, and then enter your guess. We'll do that. So they can type it in now, and make sure to put that on there. So the semicolons is used to separate the statements, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier, but that's what they're used for. Alright, so you're entering your guess now. So now the system is going to do an if statement. So if int dot try parse. So what try parse does is converts the string into an int. So pretty cool. So we're going to convert it. And what are we going to convert? The read line. The read line is what the user inputted. So we're going to convert what they inputted right there. Then we're going to out it. to the user guess. All right, and that's got that one. So now we'll start our next section. And this is going to be where we create, we'll go ahead and update the guess counter. So we'll do guesses plus plus. So what plus plus does is it adds 1 to the guess counter each time a guess is made. So and then we can display at the end, hey, you've guessed the correct number in, I don't know, 17 guesses or 17 tries, something like that. So we'll add that in there, and then we will add in another if statement. So if the user guess equals the random number. So if it equals the random number, guessed correctly, will change to true. So the Boolean statement will change to true right there. So this will turn true if it's guessed correctly. All right. So after that, we will go ahead and write to the user. Console.write line. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. We're going to write, woohoo! You guessed the correct number. We'll do random number to display the number that they guessed, or what the actual was, and then that's where this will come and play. The guesses, tries. All right, and that should be right. Woohoo! Yes. Okay. So after that, we're going to go ahead and create the if else, the little hints. So we will allow the user to cheat a little bit. So we'll go ahead and do not that. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll do else if the user guess is less than the random number. We'll create another command. We will write console.write line. So if it's less than, we want them to try a higher number. I don't know why it looks weird to me. Maybe I'm getting way too tired. Alright, so try a higher number. And then else. So if it is not less than the random number, that means it is greater than. So we need to try a lesser number. Try a lower number. Okay. There we go. Try a lower number. And then if all else fails, if the number that they guessed was invalid, then we will type, please enter a valid number, or something like that. Please enter a valid number 1 through 50. Okay, there we go. And then if everything went good, we're going to just look over everything, make sure everything looks good. Make sure we didn't forget any of our brackets or quotations, semicolons, all that. So, all right, I think we have got it. So, last thing to do is just go ahead and compile and run and see if it shows up. Nope, it did not. I got several errors here. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can figure it out here. I know I've missed something somewhere. I just gotta figure it out. It's our right line. It's actually got the lines up here. So 25. It's our right line. Woohoo! You guessed the correct number. And so many tries. Oh, wow. Crazy. Let's try this again. Uh, 22, random number does not exist in the current context. So I messed something else up. Uh-huh. Right there it is. It is a random number. There it is. Sorry about that, guys. But errors do happen, so. Now we got that right. Welcome to the greatest guessing game ever. Guess a number between 1 and 50. Enter your guess. So let's just do 52. Try a lower number. Alright, so that was a test. So we'll do 10. Try a lower number. Wow. Well, what about 3? Try a higher number. Okay, it's got to be 7. Oh, yeah. So you guessed the correct number 7 and 4 tries. Heck yeah. So there it is, guys. We can actually just clear it and run it again if we want to. Let's try it again. Let's do 25 to start off with. Try a higher number. 35. Ooh, even higher. 45. Wow. 47. Nice. 4 tries again. One more time. Okay. Let's do 32. Try a lower number. Dang. 12. 24. 28. 26. 25. 6 tries. Alright. You get it though. And congratulations. You have made your own little random number generator and guessing game. So that's pretty awesome. It's super easy to do. It's a lot of fun. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. So you all take care, and I will see you later.